Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal, Jordan the Lion. How are all of you today? I hope you said great, and I will say excellent in return. We're going to have a great day today. It's been raining the last 2-3 days, so I haven't done any vlogs. You wouldn't know because of the way I post these things, but today I want to go out and do something. Now, I have 3 different plans, so depending on what the weather is like as we get our day started, that will kind of determine what we do, but I think you'll enjoy all of them. We're going to try and take Jaw outside and see if it's dry enough to take him to the park, and if not, we'll just walk him around and then we'll go head off and I will hop in the car and make a decision as I drive. Daze with Jordan the Lion, and all the surprises along the way begins now. Nobody at the park today. Not yet. Just Jaw. I don't think anybody's gonna swarm you today. Must have been a windy day out here already. You can see some of the chairs have all flipped over. That's basically the sign that we've gotten a heavy wind gust through here. Not much activity out here, huh? Looks like they either put a new Pantages sign up or cleaned up that one. Looks awful fresh. What I decided to do is go over to the Hollywood Museum. We haven't been there in a while. So one of the reasons we're going today is because they always have a special exhibit, and right now it's Back to the Future, so I want to go see some props from the Back to the Future movies. Oh, we got an invader up there. Hey, Johnny Cash. Over here's the Museum of Selfies, and their promotional material is the Mona Lisa doing a selfie. Well, there's our sign. We have found the Hollywood Museum. Now, if you're new to us coming to this museum, this is in the former old Max Factor makeup studio. That's interesting. As soon as you walk in, they now have a Knots Landing costume exhibit. Joan Van Ark. Donna Mills. And a couple of the outfits of Michelle Lee. And this is new. They even have Gilligan's Island. Some of Dawn Wells and Bob Denver's costumes. Of course, Bob Denver pretty much only wore, you know, one costume. Not in reality, but in the show. And then, of course, the Back to the Future collection. First ever Back to the Future trilogy exhibit in the USA. Wow, take a look at all that. Of course, we have to showcase our superheroes. That was the last exhibit they had here, but I didn't come for it. Wonder Woman, Superman. That really does look like Linda Evans, too. Actually, all the mannequins look just like them. Then we've got some Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman. It's a really great exhibit. I kind of wish I would have come for it now. Ball of yarn. So here they're showcasing some screen-accurate replica costumes. You've got, the first one is from the original 1985 movie. Screen match Shaw Safari shirt. Then here the vest says this is also a screen-accurate replica from the first movie. Then the jean jacket is another replica of a Guess denim jacket complete with pins. You can see it was made by Guess, and they've got the little Guess logo down here in the bottom. And then it says this off-the-rack skateboard deck is identical to the one that the prop department used for Marty's own, minus the originally added adornments.
the stickers and everything. And here we have some of the newspapers. And that is not the original. Of course, we know the original is in the Peterson Automotive Museum, and I've vlogged that before. This is a screen-accurate replica of the DeLorean as well, from the original movie. And this is cool. Here are the different newspapers from the second movie, where the gang is jailed, and then the version where Marty looks and sees nothing on there. Then, of course, as history changes with things getting altered when they go back or go forward, now Marty's been jailed. Dr. Brown here was commended, and then he was committed. Now here we have a screen-matched wardrobe for Dr. Emmett Brown, the gold robe, and it looks like it's actually signed right here on the side. And here more of the newspaper, luckiest man on earth, when Biff gets the almanac and just keeps winning. And there's our George McFly prop newspapers. Then there's Marty's costume and the whole getup for the second movie, including him on the hoverboard that are now fashionable in the future, and him in those Nike self-lacing shoes. Even when they did the anniversary a couple years ago, Nike got into it by re-releasing these, or releasing a limited edition version. And back here you can see the police officer uniform, Officer Reese, and Biff's costume replicas from the second movie. It's too bad they couldn't get the original movie costumes, but I imagine they're pretty valuable and they don't get out very often wherever they are, if they are in someone's private collection. But these are from the third movie, when they go way back to the Wild West. You gotta love, Mary Steenburgen's great in that, but you gotta love Marty's outfit for going back in time. Look at that. Could have been designed by Nudie. All the way down to his Nikes, he's out of place. And here we have some actual movie props from the third movie as well. This is the Hill Valley Telegraph that they used. It's an 1885 newspaper. Then of course, Marty is known as Clint Eastwood for a time. That's why it says everybody everywhere will say Clint Eastwood is the biggest yellow belly in the West. Now we get one of the hero cars. This is the hero. That's what they call like the main car for a movie, or main actor for a movie. They call him the hero. This was the hero car from Part 3. And it says this iconic Back to the Future Part 3 DeLorean. Seen here is the original that was used in the film. The car is fully functional and complete with the hood box. Check that out, that Pepsi Cola. So this is the only Part 3 hero car that is privately owned by one of the most well-known of the Back to the Future collection. Cool. Thank you to the private owners. It looks like their name is William and Patrick Shea. Thank you for allowing this to be exhibited so that we can all see it. So like I said, the first one is in the Peterson Museum. They had to do a heavy renovation to that because it had been completely deteriorating over the years, and they got Bob Gale involved and they actually took it back to its original glory. Looks like they just have too much stuff for the space, because they're tucked back in there. You can see Marty's car, his 4x4. Look at the license plate. So take a look back here behind the television. You can see the rest of the truck, including, looks like the saloon doors from Part 3. Here we have the map of Hill Valley from 1885. And then right here, we actually have the director's chairs. Christopher Lloyd's original director chair from the production of part 2 and 3, because they kind of made them back to back. And Michael J. Fox original. Roller of the eyeball is what it says. That's great. And then it looks like we have a Back to the Future jacket there. It says 1990 on it. There's also the back of the DeLorean and more of the jacket. You can see a better idea of what's on there. It's a great jacket. How cool is that? And of course the back of Marty's truck. And here we have quite a few props from the set, including the photo with the disappearing family members. And then Doc's night table clock radio from 1985. How cool is that? Cave the Clock Tower, we just saw her. We just met her at the Hollywood show. Go check out my vlog from about 2 or 3 weeks ago at the Hollywood show. And then here are some of the wallet-size disappearing photos from the movie. The Mayor Goldie Wilson flyers. Honest, decency, integrity. That is not the exact one from the movie, but that video camera, that JVC, is the same model we see in the movie. And here we have one of the original phone pages from the movie with Dr. Brown's name listed in the phone book. That's cool. That's the original comic book prop from the movie. So it says this is the original prop letter, do not open till 1985, on Lou's Cafe letterhead, written to Doc from Marty. There's the envelope. There we have some of Doc's plutonium. So this is pretty cool. We have the original prop hoverboards here. We have one of the stuntmen's right here. He was in Griff's gang. And then this is Griff's. This is like the grandson of Biff, if you haven't seen the movie. That's his hoverboard. The pit bull. And this one's pretty cool because it says Marty McFly hoverboard, Back to the Future 2 original prop screen matches made of foam, used in the film by Michael J. Fox. Best one known to exist. That is cool. And then they have the design right here behind it when they were originally creating them. And if you look in the mirror down here, you can kind of see the underside. And there's Marty with the hoverboard. And these are also some of the designs, the concept designs for when they were creating them for the movie. There's a character design for Griff. Oh, and then take a look at this case. These are all handwritten notes from the movie and a few of the props. Let's take a closer look. So this was a promo clock, original custom-made clock tower with a lightning bolt. Designed, commissioned by Tina Gill, Bob's wife. Only 30 of these unique clocks were made in 1990. They were given to cast and crew. And here we have the original Hero car time circuit. How cool is that? From part 2. The original Mr. Fusion lamp. They took a Mr. Fusion prop. They turned this into a lamp for the movie, and it was in Bob Gale's office. So this is one of the time machine trains from part 3. And it says, as the time machine nears 88 miles per hour, light coming from the flux capacitor begins pushing more rapidly until it becomes a steady stream of arcs of light. Doc Brown originally conceived the idea of the flux capacitor on November 5th, 1955, when he slipped on the edge of a toilet seat while hanging a clock in his bathroom and he hit his head on the sink. A similar but possibly steam-powered flux capacitor is seen in the chimney of the headlamp of Doc's second time machine, the time train, at the end of Back to the Future Part 3. And there it is. I actually really enjoyed the third movie a lot. They're showing off the merchandising of the second movie, which they did a ton of. They made skateboards that look like the hoverboards. You could get the lace-up shoes. And of course we recognize all this kind of stuff. These were all sold all around the world after the movie came out. I even had a Back to the Future skateboard. I wonder if they'll have the one that I had here on display. For as much stuff as they have on display here, they do not have the one that I had. Which is weird because I saw multiple kids growing up that had that same one. And I remember when Pizza Hut was having like a bazillion promo things for this, where you could get the sunglasses from the movie and stuff like that. There's Marty's hat. And here along this case we also have a lot of handwritten memorabilia to Bob Gale. Original Power of Love song lyrics handwritten by Huey Lewis, Hayes, and Kala. Well, that's cool. It says when Huey Lewis submitted the song to the film's music composer, he thought he had no chance of the song being selected for the music soundtrack. A note to Bob: I'll do as I'm told. Sorry I can't be there, Huey. There's Bob Gale's typewriter. That's one of Bob's original draft scripts. And then this is great. Some of this is fan mail, and it's all people asking about the hoverboards, like little kids saying, I was wondering if the hoverboards were real. My friend and I want to know. We want some. Then here's some of the storyboard notes. Oh, it looks like we have a replica of the guitar from the first movie here. And the You're Fired fax. Biff's Club. Some of the Pizza Hut memorabilia. The almanac, that really the centerpiece of the second movie. Some alternative Biff money. And if you look behind the almanac, there's even the original silver glittery bag that it comes in the movie. The prop bag. This fist is the original broken cane prop they used in the movie from part 2. You can see in the photo of Biff before it's broken. There's one of those prop Pepsis. Oh, look at this crazy prop. This is Jennifer and Marty's wedding photo, and it says that they had to paste Marty's head in there. They did a pretty good job. And there's the Easy Sleep. That's what the sleep-inducing generator that Doc Brown uses on Jennifer when they knock her out when they arrive. Then it says that is the original California license plate from the movie. The barcode from part 2. That's pretty cool. And that is the original prop Western Union telegram from the third movie. And then you see Doc Brown holding that. And it's right below here, signed by the cast. Mary Steenburgen, you can see right away, is signing it, or has signed it. Christopher Lloyd, Doc Brown himself, is right here. This photo in the foreground, you can see Doc Brown and Clara using it. There's the Frisbee Pies pan, one of the original props from the third movie, and there's Marty in the background with it, or with one. Similar one, if it's not the same one. Then it says this is Marty's Hero gun belt from the third movie, custom made for Michael J. Fox. There you can see him. There it is. Now we've pretty much seen the entire Back to the Future exhibit. Now I'll show you a few of the things over here on this floor that I think are pretty cool as well. This place has 3 floors, so we're not going to see any more of it today. Here's Lindsay Wagner's Emmy for The Bionic Woman, and here's her costume. And of course we can't forget you over here, Lee Majors, $6 Million Man. See, I think this is new. I've never seen this in here before. This is Elizabeth Taylor's wedding dress from Father of the Bride. I've never seen that in here.
Little discoloration in the top, but pretty neat to see. It's a long train. Of course, Pee-wee's bike. That bike is iconic. I love it. I loved this movie when I saw it when I was a kid. Back in here, there's just tons and tons of old movie equipment, including Cecil B. DeMille's chair. And it says this helmet was from Cecil B. DeMille's The Crusaders movie, 1935. And this is one of Ramon Navarro's costumes from Ben-Hur. And Clairvaux, the It Girl, this was her dress right here, this old flapper dress, and her little headpiece up there. Then it says that this black dress was Greta Garbo's dress. Here they put the faces of all the women whose dresses are featured below, so you can see Carol Burnett's is the one right here in the front from the Carol Burnett show. And then you have Vicki Lawrence from Mama's Family. Phyllis Diller is right over here. And then both this green and purple one are from the Judy Garland show, Judy Garland's dresses. Now we'll show you a little bit of the Batman stuff before we go. Like these original Batman gloves. And the screen-used utility belt by Robin. And the red telephone from Wayne Manor. So in this case, with Batman, Adam West, you'll see that they've got a Batmobile replica right over here. But this is an actual Adam West Batman costume from the TV show. And they have one for Robin as well. Crazy, when I went to the Pink's hot dog celebration and Burt Ward was there, I got to do a little interview with him, and he mentioned to me that he used to train with Bruce Lee. They were friends because he was on the whole tie-in with Green Hornet. And this tail rotor blade here is from the original Bat helicopter. And here we have the sidecar to Batman's motorcycle that we would have seen Batman and Robin riding on together. What an absolutely killer Back to the Future exhibit they have going on here right now. If you can get to the Hollywood Museum, I highly recommend it. Take your time going through here because there's a lot of great stories that they write out and put right in front of the item that if you don't read them, you're really doing yourself a disservice. It really makes the experience a whole lot more fun. Let's head out of here. Now I think we're going to leave the Hollywood Museum and go next door to Mel's Diner. Heck, why not, right? This is a really great diner here in Hollywood. They have two of them, but they're both good. And it's pretty big. This used to be a Kenny Rogers Roasters. If you ever saw the Seinfeld episode. This is a little different. Usually a celebrity has a dinner named after him. This is the Schwarzenegger endorsed Impossible Burrito. Maybe I'll get that. Although the Route 66 burger looks good too. And if you take a look out the window, our view is actually Hollywood High School with some of the old attendees up there on the mural up top. So I opted not for the Impossible Burrito, I went for the short rib grilled cheese. I decided to give their special Girl Scout cookie shake a try. I normally don't do milkshakes, but I'm gonna give it a try. So here we go. Let's give it a try. I'm sure it'll be great. Well, I take that back. The sandwich was good, but the coleslaw is some of the worst stuff I've ever had, and the service here is no good, so I'd probably recommend going to the other Mel's, not the one on La Brea. Go to the Sunset one that used to be Ben Frank's. Well, it's always fun time here at the Hollywood Museum. We're gonna take off. They have a pretty good Pointer Sisters exhibit inside going on right now as well, if you want to check that out. Alright, my friends, we're gonna call it a night. I hope you all enjoyed our trip to the museum today. I hope you enjoyed that special, first time ever, all 3 movie exhibit on Back to the Future, Bob Gill's personal collection. What a cool exhibit today. Plus a few extras. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. We'll see you all later. Thank you, Buddy Mills, Cassandra Yazzie, and Teresa H. Smith for becoming Patreons. Sincerely, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Have a great night, and goodbye.